Good evening. I see a few folks joining here slowly but surely. We'll get started in just a few minutes. Good evening. See a few folks joining. We'll get ready to get started here. Hope everybody had a great day. Let's go ahead and start the countdown. Good evening. Does anybody know who Manuel is? He left his soda here. Not really. Just picked up a drink at the store. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back into Ham Shack TV. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. See several of you joining. Welcome back to Xenia. Well, I'm not in Xenia. I'm in Fairborn, but welcome back to some of our nightly hangouts here at Hamvention. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody had a good day. Jump in the chat. Let me know who's all watching. We've got the chat pulled up, ready to bring you all on board. Appreciate y'all being here. We had a long day out there today. We started before the ropes dropped and opened up this morning, and then we ended up there until 4 o'clock. Went and activated a couple of POTA parks this evening. Did one right after I left Hamvention, which is really weird. I'll get into that a little bit later on. And then we went to Troll Pub with all your favorite ham radio YouTubers and hung out with them and indulged in a couple of beverages, so to speak. And boy, I had a heck of a hamburger. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Guys, don't forget super chats are available. Super chats go directly to help out the Ham Shack TV channel. If you feel so obliged to support the channel monetarily, super chats are great. Every single super chat will get read. And if you do put out a super chat, we're going to do something that we've been doing lately that seems to be pretty popular. We're going to play the clip. I'm not going to give you a preview of the clip, but we'll play the clip if we throw a super chat in there, guys. So not seeing anybody in the chat yet, but seeing plenty of viewers. 6 of you watching now. We'll go ahead and keep watching for that to build a little bit. And feel free to send a regular chat too. I'm happy to do that. Let me know who's all here. And yeah, we don't need to show that. Let me know who's all here. And if you're here in Dayton or if you've been to the Hamvention or where you're at. Otherwise, we've just been pretty much sitting here. Editing videos. Good Lord, I shot so much footage today. I've got half of one SD card filled up. So, yeah, no joke. We shot a lot of content for you. So get ready for a whole bunch of new content coming forward here in very short order. We only had 2 videos. I uploaded one video just a little while ago. It is the POTA activation. Went over and activated the United States National Museum for the United States Air Force. So we made 17 contacts there. Got a lot of great video of some of the airplanes over there. So go check that out after the stream. It's the most recent video posted, so check that out. And then I've got the day 2, part 2, basically, of the commercial vendor building tour. It is uploading as we speak. Now, I'm uploading in the highest quality. It's going to be 4K, so it's going to take a little bit of time to process there. Checking here. It looks like it's still got well over an hour, about an hour and a half to upload. So sorry about that, but in the short term, feel free to go watch the POTA activation. Several of you watching, new faces coming in, I see. Again, jump in the chat. This is a lot more fun to live stream when you guys are talking in the chat, and ain't a single person's dropped anything in the chat yet. So y'all get in the chat and let me know who's all here and what's going on. So if you were with us last night, we did have severe weather here in the Dayton area. Fortunately, there was no damage at the convention or anywhere, at least that I have been. But I do want to acknowledge back home in East Tennessee, the storms were not quite as forgiving down there, so to speak. Tennessee was okay, but southeastern Kentucky is technically like part of us. Not part of the state, but in terms of television, it's part of the Knoxville television market. So the folks in the southeastern Kentucky counties, they are our neighbors. And unfortunately, there was a large violent tornado that went through Somerset, Kentucky, which is Pulaski County. And then also another large tornado that went through London, Kentucky in Laurel County. Last I'd heard, there was 9 fatalities. 9 folks lost their lives due to the tornadoes. And that's sad. That is sad. It was a late night event, though. It's harder to get warnings out in the late night hours. So our thoughts and prayers are with the folks in southeastern Kentucky, and hopefully they'll be able to recover in short order. What all did I do today? Didn't eat breakfast. I didn't have time to eat no breakfast. I was up with you all so late last night. I was still up for another 2 hours after I got off the stream. I had to take a shower and come in here and sit down and just kind of get wound down for the evening. Ooh, I am ridiculously sunburned. I just found it's on my ears. I can see it on my nose here. Yeah, we're burnt. We're going to be a little tender for a few days. Got out to the field about 8:45 or so. Show opens at 9 o'clock. Walked through all the commercial buildings again just to recreate the video that I lost yesterday, unfortunately. One of those buildings is being shown today. We'll have the other building tomorrow. Walked through the convention floor, or not the convention floor, the boneyard. Those videos will be coming down the pike a little bit. And then made a couple of purchases. I was able to finally get my HF antenna mount. I found a tailgate mount that Tower Electronics had. So I took advantage of that. And as soon as y'all know how I've been clamoring to get that HF mobile working, as soon as I had it, I went straight out there and put it on the truck. It looks good. Y'all see it in another video forthcoming. Let's see. What else did we do today? I did pick up something else. Where is my backpack? It's over here on the bed. Stand by. Picked up this guy. These are a hot commodity here in Huntsville this year. If you're into mesh, I said Huntsville. We're not at Huntsville yet. It's May, not August. Dayton Seed Studios is kind of jumping onto the scene with the mesh-tastic stuff. Now, you know I'm a big supporter of Spec 5. This is a different company. It's Seed Studios. We were on with him on the Ham Radio 2.0. Dang it, the Red Sox just scored, and it's over. Doggone it. Braves lost by 1 run. Anyway, this is basically a desktop node. That's really all it is. So I'm going to plug it up and take a good look at it. We'll just unbox it right here together. And so I have opened it and looked at it. I haven't turned it on yet. So this is the device. And it just sits on your desk right like so, right? Inside of the box, other than packaging, you have a USB-C, which we will go ahead and plug in. If I can ever get the bag open. Ziploc bags, right? They're just a pain in the butt. Okay, that's opened up. We'll take the bread tie off. And take this and just plug it into any old USB-A. And then on the back of it, it's USB-C. So we're going to plug this right in, right like so. Okay? Oops. All right, it's plugged in. One last thing we got to do. Got to put the lower antenna on. This is a 900 megahertz device, just like all the other mesh-tastics. All right, there it is. And we will just fold this open. Still nobody in the chat. What's going on, chat? Where are y'all at? And up it comes. There it is. So I'm going to upload the new Mesh-tastic firmware on it. Just because this is boring. I don't like the way this looks. So that's easy, though. Easy fix. We just need to upload the new, go into the flasher and upload it. Trying to find out, is this battery operated? I don't think this has any batteries in it. I'm going to double check it just to be sure, but I don't think it does. I think it has to have shore power. No, it has to have shore power, so no, none of that. So I'm going to unplug this and plug it into the computer. And we're going to go ahead and flash the Mesh-tastic firmware on it. I'm not going to put the Hamvention firmware on it, just for demonstration purposes, right? I'm only going to put the normal firmware on it. So we got it plugged in. And then I'm going to open up a new tab and share the tab with you. Here we go. Y'all can see how I do this. All right, here we go. So we're just going to Google Mesh-tastic firmware. So here it is, the seed sense cap indicator. We're going to click on that. We're going to use the most recent firmware, which would be the 2.6.4. I'm not a big fan of using unstable firmware, so we're going to skip on that. We're going to go flash, do continue. And let's see here. There it is. Select your port, connect. All right, we are flashing the firmware right now. Got to select this one more time. Indicator, connect. Error installing. Thank you, Joel. I appreciate somebody jumping in the chat and saying howdy. Maybe now that you've jumped in here and broke the ice, so to speak, maybe we'll maybe they'll do it. You may need to turn off and press and hold the boot USR button. Okay, it's shutting down. All right, so I'm going to pull, according to the screen, it says press and hold the boot USR button while plugging in the USB-C. So I'm pushing and holding it, and now I'm plugging it in. All right, unset. We're good. We're going to update the firmware. Connect. There it goes. Now we're talking. So right now it's not doing anything on my end. We'll sit and watch it for a while. Come on, guys, get in the chat. Make this fun or I'll cut it off early and go to bed early. Y'all don't want me to do that, do you? Come on. Usually I can't keep up with the chat, and tonight nobody's sending any messages. Is it because I asked for super chats? Sorry, guys. I kind of got to do it. It's kind of a thing. All right, this thing failed again. 12 of you watching. Glad to see some of you are here. We're just not having any luck. I'm not a computer programmer, guys. I'm sure it's something I'm doing that's simple. Hold the button, plug it in. Thank you, Sean. Hit that like button. What's going on? I did watch the POTA with the airplanes. It was cool. Yeah, I thought so too. Says this might take a few minutes, so we'll just leave this to the side here for a moment and see what happens. I appreciate you saying you liked the POTA video. I put a little effort into it and enjoyed doing it. I said Joel or Joe, I think I meant Joel. Today's video of the going out there is still processing. It still has 1 hour and 3 minutes. And it's going to be in 4K, so high quality. That's what's taking so long, because it's high quality. Just trying to get caught up, guys. So, plan for tomorrow. Joel says bands are pretty dead lately. Yeah, so I've heard. I don't know if it's a solar activity. Well, a lot of the bands are dead probably because a lot of people are up here. You know what I mean? Up here in Dayton. Um, but yeah, it's been pretty dead. I don't know if the solar cycle's messing with it or what. So plan for tomorrow. Tomorrow is the final day of the Hamvention. I don't know how much I'm going to film tomorrow, to be honest with you. I've got a few folks that I do want to try to get interviews with. I want to try to sit down with Flex Radio. Well, maybe not sit down, but I want to try to get with Flex and oh, there's two USB-Cs I just learned. Okay, that may be what my problem is. So anyway, we'll see. May try to attend a forum or two. So it says it's sorry guys, I'm still trying to fool with this silly thing. It says it's connecting, but it's not connected yet. Some of this open stuff, source stuff, really scares me just because it's got little quirks like this. Like they call it the boot USR button. What the heck is a boot USR button, y'all? Do you mean the power button? Do you mean the only button on the whole entire device? I don't know. But it's all a learning curve. That's what all this is about. Okay, so we got that. We got the HF antenna on the truck. Well, at least HF antenna mount on the truck. We sat down with a few folks. We talked to James from Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League. At this one, he was here to represent World Radio League. So we sat down and talked to him. We also got a demonstration of World Radio League from him as well and talked about new features and things like that. And then beyond that, we went over and talked to Professor Jim. He was representing Ham Radio Prep, so look for a Professor Jim sighting on the channel in the very near future, probably tomorrow, to be honest with you. So we'll get him in here. And guys, don't forget the Ham Shack TV tour, fueled by Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League. Can't say enough appreciation for those guys. We probably wouldn't be here in Dayton without them. So appreciate their support of Ham Shack TV and our endeavors here. 13 folks watching, still only 2 people have gotten in the chat. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Get in the chat. Let me know who's here. Come on, y'all. Wake up. I know you're tired, especially if you're here. You got to be tired. Radio Man. Finally seeing some more folks. Radio Man's in the house. Hello, everyone. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Good to see you. Who else did we talk to? I know I talked to other people. Who did I talk to? This is not working right. I'm still trying to mess this up. Joel says, you mentioned learning curve. I've been out of the hobby for nearly 30 years. I've got to catch up. I got a lot of catch up to do. I feel you. I am from the Spark Gap era. There's nothing wrong with that. Goodness gracious, it's already 10:30. Y'all better get started in this chat. Yeah, I mean, everything is a learning curve when it comes to this hobby. It is not as simple as picking this up and starting to talk. You know, you got to understand how it all works before you do that. Hello, Ryan, new member in the chat. Well, new chat person here. Hello, Ryan. Good to see you. Who else is here? Y'all get in here and chat. Let's talk about it. Nobody has said, Are you in Ohio? Have you been to Hamvention? I feel like I'm talking to myself. I'm about to stop talking and just stare at the screen creepily like this. What do you think? Joel's doing a good job talking with me, so that's good. I went and looked at Spec 5 today, saw their stuff. Trying to get with Flex so that Flex can give us a demonstration. Anyway, as I offload footage onto my hard drive, I'll see who else I interviewed. Went over and sat at Jason's camper for a little while. Nothing really exciting. I didn't record over there or anything like that. I just sat there and shot the breeze with those guys. Filmed the boneyard. That was really about it. William Jennings says, I was at Hamvention on Friday. Since I'm local, I went home to avoid Friday night storms. I don't blame you. We got fortunate. They weren't as bad as they said they might be, but certainly got fortunate here. So, yeah. Tomorrow, like I said, I don't know how much filming I'm going to do. I may try to take a day just to soak the thing in. I do want to try to get a few more interviews in the can for you with some interesting folks for sure. So as soon as Hamvention closes, I'm very likely that I'm just going to start my way home. I have to be out of the hotel room anyway. So after we get done with this stream, I'll probably finish offloading my SD card onto my external hard drive. That way it's backed up and safe. When you're in media, folks, that's the first thing you always do. You back up your media. Get all this packed up. This is a mess, y'all. I've got stuff everywhere. You can tell I've moved into this place. Get packed up, though. That way I can, when I go over to the Ham Fest tomorrow, I can go straight in. Don't have to come back here at the hotel. And when I'm done, I can hit the road and come home. Tommy B, I'm going to say Tommy boy. Hopefully you don't kill me for that. Happy seeing you survive the storm, still studying here. Remind me what you're studying for. Is it tech or general, extra, something else? Y'all, I am excited to come home, though. I love coming and hanging out with coming up and hanging out with my YouTube friends and soaking the hobby in, but I miss my kids. Technician. Tommy says he's studying for technician, so that makes sense. Well, keep at it, man. Keep at it. You'll get it. I assure you. You'll get it. For anybody that is studying, let me give you a piece of advice. Now, this advice does not come from Ham Radio Prep. This is personal advice. Once you feel like you're ready to take the test, start taking practice tests. Practice tests are available in a couple of places. You can Google it online, or Ham Radio Prep also has them. Once you Excuse me. Now they're talking about Hamvention on the news up here. Once you start taking practice tests, you need 3. I want to see you at least get 3 in a row scores greater than 80%. Better yet, 3 scores in a row better than 90% if you can. Once you're consistently getting those high scores, you're probably ready to take the actual real test. My wife will probably watch this and kill me. I'm type 2 diabetic. I'm not supposed to be drinking this crap, but I am drinking it. Probably taking a little insulin here in a while just to be safe. Tommy says I'm doing 94% right now. That's great. That's great. You're getting there. Oh, they're showing this news. They're showing says previously recorded. Oh well. Well, Tom, if you're getting that high, you're probably about ready to go. Y'all stand by for just a minute. I am going to run to the facility. I will be right back in a moment. But in the meanwhile, let's throw you some music in here just to y'all don't know it's messed up. One of the facilities, guys. I'll be back in just a minute. What? I'm muted. I'm back. You know, when nature calls, nature calls. To be honest with you, I'm probably not going to stay on here much longer. I need to get me a good solid night's sleep around here somehow. The last 2 nights I've been up until 2 or 3 in the morning, and then getting right back up at 6 o'clock. So or 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I've got a 5.5 hour drive tomorrow back home. So we probably need to get a little rest. Y'all can change that though. You can motivate me, start throwing super chats or jump in the chat or something. I don't know if you guys saw the other toy I got up here. Here it is. Kenwood THD 75. I've heard Jason brag on this doggone thing for a while, but it's great. It's great. I don't know why my camera's flipped. Can I fix that? There we go. That's more like it. Here we go. There's what the screen looks like, so y'all ain't reading it in reverse. Yeah, and several of you dropping out. Joel says, yep, you should grab sleep while you can. Much safer in the bed than in the driver's seat. You got that right. And I'm hoping, if I'm making enough good time tomorrow, that I'll stop somewhere in Kentucky and grab a park. Get another state knocked down. Because now I have both Tennessee and Ohio as activated states. I'd like to get Kentucky in there. So, time now is 10:36. I'm going to stay until 10:39. And if there's nothing else anybody wants to talk about or anything else, we'll wrap it up about 10:39. But I am pretty tired. I've stayed tired the whole time I'm up here. It wasn't even hot here today. It really wasn't. It's just very humid. Or not very humid, sorry. It's just the sun beat on you. It was between the sun and the daggum wind. You'll hear that in the videos for sure, especially the Boneyard videos. Radio Man says, was it crowded at the fest? Well, yeah. I think there was a bigger crowd yesterday than there was today. But it wasn't far off. There was a relatively big crowd there. I'll be curious to see what the numbers are when they report those. Tommy says, get some sleep. Tomorrow's another day. You got that right. We're coming up on 10:39 now, so we'll get ready to wrap it up. Guys, I appreciate all your support. Links are down in the description. All the links that you see, Ham Radio Prep, the Amazon link, all that good stuff. Everything there certainly helps the channel grow. I do want to explain how the Amazon link works real quick before I go. That just literally takes you to Amazon. You don't have to do anything else. But the good thing about the Amazon is I make a small commission off anything you buy on Amazon after you go to that link. So it's called affiliate link. So if y'all want to support the channel that way, click on that Amazon link down in the description. Get ready to wrap it up. There's the dreaded music of the night. Appreciate y'all joining me and hanging out here on a Saturday evening. Listening to me fuss about everything under the sun. Watch the Braves end up losing by 1 run and fighting with this thing. We'll just take it home, pack it up, take it home, and fool with it when we get home. But guys, I appreciate all your support. Appreciate y'all being cool and hanging out with me and all that good stuff. One more chat here says take care. Y'all take care. We'll see you tomorrow. 73s, AA4 WS, WSCB 693.
Money isn't everything. Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
All right.
Good night, everybody. 73s. See you in the next video. AA4WX, WSCB 693.